Hello YouTube, Jeff Kelly here. Today we're going to do a video on how to make a 500 Smith & Wesson Special. As you know, in 2004 Smith & Wesson came up with the 500 Magnum revolver, and it was their entry into the revolver market that was going to be more powerful than the .308 rifle cartridge. That was its claim to fame, and it succeeded. Not a lot of people can shoot the 500 Magnum on a regular basis without killing your hand. So in 2006, Corbon came up with the 500 Special, and it was a lighter load. Difference between a .357 Magnum, a .38 Special. This is the difference between a 500 Magnum and a 500 Smith & Wesson Special. You can see them right there on the bottom. Let's get a little closer. And there they are. That's the difference. I don't know how much you need it, because you can certainly download the 500 Magnum to where it's easily shootable. I guess this video is more for the reloading nuts who like to do odd things with reloading. So anyway, let's get on with it. Okay, here's the 5th edition of the Ammo and Ballistics book that I used. This has the 500 Special in it, and there's what it says about it. There's what gives you the overall cartridge length and specifications, and then if you want some of the data on how far it shoots and how the load will descend on that path, there's that. And then conversely over here is the 500 Magnum data, and then you've got quite a bit of shooting path of how the bullet drops over X amount of yards. So there's that. So this is where I got my information. It doesn't give you any load data on it, but we'll get to that in a little later. Okay, so here's the 500 Magnum cartridge or case, and the trick is to cut this down to where it's the 1.295, the length of the 500 Special. I've already got a 500 Special case cut down here, and once I got it the proper length, I would just set them aside each other like this, and then score the other cartridge with a knife, like so. Just score it lined up against the 38 cartridge. So without moving the camera, I'm gonna do that now, and so there we've got that scored right there. To cut the cartridge, you need a pipe cutter. This is the one I picked up at Home Depot. It's made by Rigid, and you put the case in the old pipe cutter here, and let's get it so it's lined up on that score, and maybe a little above it, because sometimes these things, they move on you. So let's cut the old case. I tried to do that without my glove on, but it didn't work out too well, so this is better to use a glove, and then you won't get blisters on your fingers and that sort of thing. So let's just continue on with this scoring of the case and cutting this baby with a pipe. This thing. So it's, you know, I mean, some of you might just want to load these things down and now, you know, without going through all this, but there it is. And now you've got to put it through the case expander so you can take it over to the trimmer. So let's do that. Okay, this is the neck expander die here. Okay. As long as we're got dies going here, let's talk about dies, because RCBS is the only manufacturer of dies that you can get these through. So I tried Redding. Redding's got the 500 Magnum dies, but they just don't work. Okay, here we go. Let's expand this neck here. What you really have to do is, hang on one second. Okay, back to it. We've got this collet here that fits into your trimmer. And to know how, when your neck is expanded properly, you have got to use this collet to make sure that it goes all the way into the case. So it's still a little bit tight, so let's move it down further, and I'll take it down there so you won't have to go through this, and I'll come right back. Okay, so as you can see here, this is this goes inside there now, and you're going to have to come back to the neck expander as you trim this, so it's good that it moves so freely on there. So let's just get that adjusted and tightened down. Now let's go over to the trimmer. All right, so now we take off the excess, and this is a process where when it starts slowing down on you, you've got to run it back through the neck expander once more. And I guess this one's not, we cut it close enough to where it might be good. So let's see. Let's get out the old calipers here and run it up. Oh, look at that. Right there. That's 29.5 right on the button. That was an easy one. So now we've got our case trimmed, and we've got to go run it through the sizing die now. Okay, so now that you have the case cut, you treat it like, you know, I mean, you cut a bunch of them at a time, right? Get them all down to the right depth, and then you just run them like regular cartridges. Now this is the depriming and factory sizing die, and you run it through that. All your brass through that, of course, and then the next step is to run it through. Put the expander die back in, and have all your brass ready to go, and run it through the neck expander die, and then you take your sorry, that's the wrong one. Your crimp die, okay, seating and crimp die. I've already set this up, but you guys know how to set this kind of stuff up already. I did forget one step, and that's to chamfer and deburr the inside of this this round. You know, these things don't even fit. These 500 Magnums are so big, so you can't even do the outside. Not that you really need to, but anyway, so now you've got your seating and crimp die. First thing we got to do is put in a primer, and the primers that we use are the Federal large Magnum rifle primers. So let's get out a couple of those, and we'll prime this baby here, right there, and there we go. So now that's primed, and now we need to put some powder in it, of course. So I'm using 10 grains of tight group. The Lyman book for the lightest load for the 500 Magnum is 11 grains of tight group, so I'm taking it down to 10 grains. So let me just put those in this baby, and then we can move forward with putting the bullet in it. So we got 10 grains of tight group in that. And then we need to get a bullet. I'm going to be shooting these at the range, so I'm going to use these Berry's 350 grain lead bullets. They're, you know, just range stuff. I think they cost about 28 cents a piece. So you can really load these rounds at, you know, like for 33 cents a piece. So I'm going to use these range bullets. And there we go. Whoops. Okay, and then let's just put the old bullet in and seat it, and there it is. Right there. 500 Smith & Wesson Special. So if you ever wanted to know how to make a Smith & Wesson Special out of a 500 Magnum, well, that's how to do it. So next video, I guess we'll go up to the range and see how they shoot. But there it is. So see you on the next one. Join the NRA, like and subscribe. Talk to you later. Bye.